dot 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 dot. Anyway, this is Knuckles the Echidna in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. This is what you get when you lock Sonic 2 on top of Sonic and Knuckles. Not sure why the title font is green. Anyways, Knuckles' physics are... Knuckles basically carries all of his, stats and abilities in overall physics from Sonic and Knuckles with him. I meant to get a Chaos Emerald here, but then I got this kind of trigger, the 19-second run. I decided, you know what, I'll just run with it. So yeah, this is probably the best run of Emerald Hill 1 I ever had. I didn't even mean to get that run. So... anyways, every single thing concerning Knuckles the Echidna gets carried over from Sonic into Knuckles in Sonic 2. And that includes Knuckles' wonky physics and frame data, not just his unique abilities and stats. Knuckles still can't jump as high as Sonic and Tails, and he's not as fast, but he can still glide and climb up walls. Anyways, I decided to get the Emerald here in Emerald Act 2 instead of Act 1. In addition, you will eventually find out that Knuckles... something that's also unique is that because all the data from Sonic and Knuckles gets carried over into Knuckles and Sonic 2, due to the lock-on, your ring count carries over whatever rings you have when you touch the checkpoint will carry over when you respawn at that checkpoint, regardless of whether or not you died or entered a special stage. By the way, I'm avoiding the rings so I can keep the ring tally as low as possible. Yeah, it's the same kind of stretch I used in Sonic 2. Even though this is a mostly casual run, I like to do things speedrun style. I failed to get the 2-cycle. But that's alright, I got the 3-cycle. And yes, I still have 79 rings after I got back from the checkpoint. My theory as to why Knuckles keeps his rings when he respawns at a checkpoint has to do with Sonic and Knuckles' data. When you enter a bonus stage in Sonic and Knuckles, and then exit out, as well as in Sonic 3, you keep your rings. You're not supposed to keep your rings when you die. However, Sonic 2 does not know how to distinguish respawning at a checkpoint because you died versus respawning because of a special stage. And here's a this technically isn't a checkpoint, a shortcut, it's more of a detour than anything. A detour to get some extra lives. And yeah, I screwed that up. So I'm just collecting 3 extra lives that are just free, because I can do that. You can't even see the signpost. Alright, I'm trying to take a really unique shortcut. By the way, this is not a glitch. This is simply an exploit that the developers do not take into account when you get Knuckles. Now, those extra lives I got in Chemical Plant 1 were taken into consideration, were put there specifically for Knuckles. There's a 1-up up there, but I'm not gonna get it. Because of this, I'm sequence breaking, but I'm not using any glitches to do it. Just using, developmental oversight to do it. Yeah, I want to keep my Knuckles playthrough a little different from my Sonic playthrough. Which isn't that hard because Knuckles' physics basically requires that he plays a little differently. Should I say it? So yes, I did the ... thing. I saw the Sonic 2 movie. I'm pretty sure it's now available on streaming. I'm not sure about video releases like DVD and Blu-ray. But it basically means that Sonic 2's box off theatrical run has basically come to an end. And I have a shot to get, and because of the Emerald, because of the special stage oversight, because it takes its data from Sonic and Knuckles, and yet Sonic 2, your ring count stays the same regardless of whether you enter a special stage or died. The game does not know how to differentiate the same way Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles can. So, it allows you to keep your rings when you respawn a special stage regardless of whether or not you got the, regardless of whether or not you went into the special stage or died. So yeah, there's quite a number of bugs. I believe the HD remaster of Sonic 2, that's just available on like iPhones and stuff, and will soon be available on Sonic Origins, will rectify that. I would not be surprised if if the game actually plays as intended as Knuckles in Sonic 2. Sonic 2 HD. Alright, so I'm just going to avoid the obstacles in the rings. And there we are, Emerald number 2. Just 1,000 shy of, well, 700 shy of an extra life. Watch this. Alright, I completely screwed that one up. Oh, let's go, let's go. Alright, now for Emerald number 3. Since I didn't have to worry about acquiring 50 rings all over again. This one is free. That means I'm gonna get Super Knuckles a lot earlier, a lot sooner than previously. Yeah, my objective is to get as many rings as I can until I hit the threshold I need to get the emerald in the 3rd phase, and then I just avoid the rings and the obstacles. As you can tell, the image quality is much improved over the quality of my Sonic 3 and Knuckles videos, and this is because I'm playing this on emulator. At this point, I just want to get this game over and done with. I don't want to just grind forever. So yeah, I'm just avoiding all the obstacles because I got the minimum I need. And here's Emerald number 3. And I'm just gonna glide my way here, because I can do that. And I just got just enough rings for an extra life. Once again, perfect playthrough conditions is beat the game with all the Chaos Emeralds. Since there's no save feature, life and continue count do not matter. Though, as per usual, I like to try to beat this game in under an hour or less, because that's how long I had to beat this game when I was a kid. And keep in mind, this is the first time I'm going to get a sub 1 hour run. Particularly as Knuckles. The way Knuckles handles just requires that you be a little bit conscientious. Especially if you're going to do this glitchless. Alright, now I got the extra life here. I can just make a beeline for the exit. You have to hold right to ensure that you land on the pillar, because if you don't, Knuckles is just going to fall past it. And you have to fight the boss the hard way, which ain't fun. But yeah, so far so good. Another life and another continue. Now, Casino Night Zone. And you know the delay when Knuckles drops out of a glide and lands on his feet? Yeah, that delay will cost me quite a bit of time. Not sure why I did that. I'm not gonna have enough rings for continue. And no jackpots. And by the way, how they work Knuckles into this game is, simply put, aside from the title screen, which is probably another set of graphical assets altogether, aside from the Sega screen, the game just effectively replaces all traces of Sonic with Knuckles. Because of this, Tails' data is still in the game, but not Sonic's. Knuckles had completely overridden Sonic's. And I just landed between these things twice. Not sure why I'm getting hung up over a single ring. I have to be careful so I don't run past this thing. Here's a chance to get Emerald number 4. Oh, I have no idea what's with the audio fluctuation here. There was probably some sort of bug involving my recording device or the gameplay here. So yeah, I don't really have time to do the grinding that I need for Knuckles to akin to Sonic 2. Aside from the Chaos Emeralds, it can actually be quite a bit tougher to play this game as Knuckles. Because this game does not account for Knuckles and his mechanics at all. Screw that up. But yeah, the only thing that's significantly easier for Knuckles are these special stages. Aside from the 6th special stage, none of them exceed 140 rings as your prerequisite. Why do they make it so piss easy to get all the Chaos Emeralds as Knuckles? I have no idea. Although if you suck at these special stages, I would not be surprised if you wind up getting stuck on the 2nd or 3rd Emerald. But Emeralds 4, 5, 6, and 7 are considerably easier as Knuckles. Well, 5, 6, and 7 especially. I think there was like an input lock, like the game just locked my inputs for some reason. Come on. So yeah, the reason why is because, you know, I was willing to grind the Blue Sphere special stages because I own the Genesis games and I don't know which ones have which stages. Well, with Knuckles and Sonic 2, I don't really have the time to grind out a good singles run. I wanna bring my perfect playthrough of Sonic 3 and Knuckles to a close. Alright, so this emerald is actually really easy to get as Knuckles, I already said that. Because you need 140 rings to complete it. But yeah, I would play Knuckles in Sonic 2 whenever my parents rented Sonic and Knuckles from Mom's, which was an Air Force rental store. And then whenever we rented Knuckles Sonic and Knuckles, we would just use it for the lock-on feature with Sonic 2 and play Sonic 2 as Knuckles. As a little kid, I just called him Red Sonic. I had no comprehension that it was a different character altogether. And I'm avoiding the rings. Because I have 141 rings and you need 140. So there's no need to get any more. And there's yet another extra life. And this boss is a complete cakewalk. As Knuckles. Of course, goes where I fucked up because the physics for Knuckles got a little wonky and I almost died as a result. But anyways, that's a little exploit in order to get rid of the animals. You can only do this in stages where you can look up and scroll the screen up. I'm gonna completely circumvent that the beginning crap for Hilltop 1. And unfortunately, there's nothing. Hilltop Act 1 is one of the most linear stages in the entire game. There really aren't any branching paths. So I'm just trying to be careful. Shields for protection. And yes, Knuckles' shield changes color, is a different color. It's like grayish white instead of... And of course I screwed that up. That's okay, I got an extra life. Alright, I missed this cycle, so I had to wait for it to come down. Ooh. That was a close one. Now for a shot at Emerald number 6. And I have to be honest, this took quite a number of tries to get. And normally, because... Okay, when you're playing super casually, you just want to get as many rings as you can to ensure that you can actually complete the special stage without any hassle. Here, I'm trying to keep my ring count to a minimum. Just to save some precious milliseconds. Honestly, that trick is actually much more useful in Sonic and Tails runs. And my controls just seem to lock up, so I couldn't follow the trails. That's fine. And I just need to get 170 rings, and that's the cap off. Stay in the center. Now, I'm not ready to just take the hit yet. Now I am. Because I know that I'm gonna get my 170 rings by then, so I just took the hits. Emerald number 6. As usual. It's worth knowing that the signpost for Knuckles is the exact same signpost, as well as the continue. They are the exact same as from Sonic and Knuckles, or Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So yeah, I don't feel terribly comfortable controlling Knuckles to try to speedrun this game. As far as I can tell, I'm probably the first person to get all the emeralds in under an hour and have proof of that I've actually was able to get it done. However, I'm not submitting this to speedrun to, and that's a strat. I glided into the thing, broke the monitor, and I used that to propel myself upwards. It's literally a shortcut to the end of this stage. I'll be careful. Completely circumventing the magma. Finally. Fortunately, I'm not gonna get another extra life here, but oh well. So yeah, this is like, besides the first couple special stages, this is the easiest one to get in the entire game. Alright, so I already got the threshold for the second one, which is 100 rings, and guess what? The stage caps off at 140. So once I get 140, I'm effectively done. Just grabbing a couple more for safety's sake. Because now I can just stand there in the middle like that. I can only assume the reason why these special stages are so much easier as Knuckles than it is with Sonic or Tails probably has to do with the... I would not be surprised if Sega received quite a few complaints over how difficult these half-pipe stages were. Honestly, I didn't think they were that bad. Just have to jump over one obstacle. And because I didn't hit the threshold yet, the screen looks like this. Somehow it normally is supposed to look when you've already made the threshold. Now, Knuckles can change into Super Knuckles. And like in Sonic and Knuckles, you do that by jumping twice. You don't turn Super by just jumping once, like you do with regular Sonic. Like with Super Sonic. You have to attempt to glide with 50 rings or more in order to reach the threshold. Not sure what was up with that. So yeah, Mephisto Cave is one of those stages that really hampers Knuckles and his inability to jump. That's okay. I did not mean to turn into Super Knuckles, but that's alright. I don't think I'm gonna get an extra life on this run. This is a shame. So I'm running out of things to talk about. But yeah, with Knuckles, yeah, and I would not get around to playing Knuckles in Sonic 2 until I got my own copy of Sonic Mega Collection Plus for the PlayStation 2. And while the visuals actually look much better than the grainy-ass Genesis visuals, it still, you know, the music, the sound quality does take a bit of a nosedive. It's not terrible, but, you know, the Sega Genesis has that Genesis funk to it that you can't just replicate. I want to glide here because this is the only way to get up here. This is the reason why I took that little detour back there. So yeah, I don't really know how I got up there, but I digress. Now, yeah, this boss is... once you know the trick, this boss is an absolute cakewalk. Mice and chickens. Alright, this stage can really grind my gears. Why the hell they brought it back for Sonic Mania, I will never know. I'm just gonna glide all the way across the stage, like so. I'm just gonna climb up that wall. Oops, not there. I'm gonna glide down here. Funky physics. And poor execution. So I'm running really low on rings. And that's a bug. And there is nothing for me to climb up there, because that top portion is completely barricaded. And here's an extra life. One of the last extra lives I'm gonna get in the game. Honestly. Honestly, I don't need the rings, because I don't really think I need the continues anymore. Actually, I don't need the continues, period. And Knuckles' route is basically the same as Sonic's route, except I have to take a few detours just to complete the route. And once again, I got 50 rings. It's okay, that allows me to glide and climb up walls faster. And now, I gotta take on the boss. Just barely made it. It's a lot faster when you have an invincibility or a super form to beat that boss. Alright, now for Metropolis Act One. In general, you want to have access to Super Sonic or Super Knuckles by the time you hit this stage. Because there are all kinds of enemies that'll just ambush the fuck out of you. I want to go down here. And we want to go down here. And we actually want to go down here, not up there. Then I attempted to, like, glide and drop through that thing, but it didn't work. So now I have to go through the remainder of this stage as Super Knuckles. Which is fine because it's a lot faster climbing up those walls than using the corkscrews. And there's a checkpoint on the right-hand side. Okay, I screwed that one up. Alright, here we are. Gonna go down here. Go to get rings. So yeah, I have to go down this way. That's fine. $6,500 points. So yeah, I got 2 more 1-ups to grab, plus another 50,000 point threshold. I just realized I was screwed. Not that way, you wanna go this way. And I forgot that I was supposed to go up there. Saved by the platform. Alright, in hindsight, I probably could have made that first cycle, but I didn't want to chance it. I want to climb as close to the tippy top as possible, and then glide. Knuckles can't make that jump, so he has to climb that wall instead. And that was some pretty sick strats right there at the end. So yeah, I'm about to hit the 50,000 threshold soon, so obviously I'm gonna get another extra life. Alright, this is how it looks. Alright, we made that platform just in the nick of time too. I had a spin dash just to make that platform. I want to save Super Knuckles as much as possible. Because I'm about to run into an enemy that will ambush and take out my rings right here. So yeah, I saw I was about to get screwed over, and I timed the glide just in time to turn into Super Knuckles. Again, he glides and climbs up walls a lot faster. Fortunately, he has a ton of landing lag whenever he drops down from a glide. Alright, now we just have to wait till we get close enough. Unfortunately, even with Super Knuckles, he still can't jump high enough to reach that last ring, so... Alright, that was definitely a waste of time. There you go. Honestly, I just sort of realized something. I should have said damn 4th Chaos Emerald whenever I got the 4th Emerald, but I don't really think memes when I do these things. I'm basically just in the moment. I honestly do think I could use a bit more wit and providing commentary. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get an extra life in the stage. Alright, just 7 more points, and the extra life is fine. Yeah, I don't have the skill to just farm 4 lives on the stage. However, because of the way the start posts just hold on to your ring count, you pass it. It's actually potentially really easy to farm for extra lives. That's not goals. Not that I need help farming for the extra lives. For the record, I really was only using save states in between acts and special stages. You know, not counting when, for whatever reason, whenever entering or exiting a special stage, the game just gives you another save state. Not sure what that was about, and that would probably... Ooh. Gotta be careful! When gliding, you could die very easily. And I just want to make sure I don't touch any of the platforms while gliding, because that would be really bad. I would just fall to my death, or just slide off the platform and fall to my death. Unfortunately, 2 of these final 3 bosses are going to be really slow. Again, Knuckles can't jump high at all. And this wall you can't even climb up. Because of this, I have to use these annoying-ass things. Jump on these annoying-ass spike platforms just to be able to hit this thing. Come on! So I'm just wasting a ton of time. But there you go, we got it. We got beat this fucking laser. And now we have to take on the Death Egg. And the final boss is way harder to beat as Knuckles than it is with Sonic or Tails. Because of this, it would require a whole nother strategy, one I don't really feel terribly comfortable formulating. If I wasn't emulating this thing, I would probably just... If I wasn't playing this on an emulator, I probably would have just winged it by fighting him the hard way. The long and hard way. Because at least it's the safest route to beating him, provided you don't screw up too much. And I still have 10 minutes to beat this game. And Knuckles' flunky mechanics kinda tripped me up at the start Death Egg. But luckily Silver Sonic was no match. But this is how you have to battle a Death Egg robot. For the first phase, you just want to stand behind him. And, you know, you ideally want to try to hit his ass or the back over the flaming rocket part. And all of that is really, really hard, so I'm basically going... I got like 7 hits off the first cycle, so... So I'm gonna play it safe here. Was able to hit him 10 times, but now I have to wait for him to come down. Just like that. And that is it. So yeah, even on the B-plane, Sonic doesn't pilot the plane while you're playing as Knuckles. Tails, because again, Knuckles completely overrides Sonic's data in Knuckles and when you lock Sonic 2 on top of Sonic and Knuckles. But Tails' data remains preserved. I'm just thinking, I'm basically playing through my entire childhood with the Sonic trilogy. Aside from Sonic CD, I've basically am playing through all the Sonic games I grew up on. So, that's it for Knuckles and Sonic 2. Trying to figure out what else I need to do to wrap up Sonic 3 and my perfect playthrough on Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Really, I just wanna... wrap all this shit up out of the way so I could devote my time full-time to Final Fantasy VI Advance. But man... honestly, I do think this should have been over and done with by the start of March. If I actually planned out the releases for Sonic 3 and Knuckles a lot more carefully, I would have gotten this game over and done with by the time we began May. But you know what? The very next episode, I'm basically going to put the final bow to the Sonic trilogy on Sega Genesis. I've got one last nostalgic memory for me to revisit. Because I did not grow up on Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I grew up on Sonic 3 standalone and started playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles once the Mega Collection came out. But yes, it's always fun playing Knuckles Echidna as Sonic 2. Whenever I get the chance, I always want to play as Knuckles. As an adult, I do think Sonic still plays a lot better than Knuckles does. He controls a little better. Knuckles just gets handicapped. And the handicaps are mainly to keep Knuckles within his own exclusive routes in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It's not really the... Because in future titles, Knuckles the Echidna is about as fast and jumps as high as Sonic and Tails. So with all that said, I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of Knuckles and Sonic 2. If you liked what you saw, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. This is Mike Gordon, sign out.